from the coach. Land's got 4 points in the quarter.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And back to Dragic. He said, Steve, that the soccer background may have helped his footwork.
I think that's true in almost every case, Kevin. When you see a former soccer player on the basketball floor, it's not just the footwork, but it's the vision, it's the anticipation. I think the game really translates. You saw it with Steve Nash and Tony Kukoc. You see it with Dragic now.
Knight dishes to Goodwin. And a dunk by Land. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw, the defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
Dragic again tonight. The dish to Wade. Fades back. And off the glass. That one's good. Wade's got 6 here in this quarter.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
A quick look now at some big men that have been rock solid over the past 10 games. The top shooting centers and power forwards in the NBA. Well, you look at Whiteside. So solid around the basket, currently 3rd in the league.
And you look at that list, most of the guys there have that unique combination of power and finesse. A very physical presence with an equally soft touch.
And that kind of combo blend is what can turn a good offensive big man into a great one, fellas. Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
You know, I think he's hoping to kind of get his teammates going a little bit, fellas. Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he preferred to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
First team foul.
Morris kicks to Len. To the paint. Here's Goodwin. And that is good.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips now on the floor. Excellent.
Yeah, that's 4 straight trips, guys, where their passes have ended up in scores. 4 straight assists. Great team play.
Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
Now here's Wade. With 4 seconds on the clock. And he sinks the layup. And it's an 11-point Miami lead.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Heat lead by 11. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway. And as we welcome you back, we begin our 2nd half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Dwayne Wade really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, I mean, that's pretty much what we've come to expect out of him.
Yeah, that's an open book on all you need to know about what talent he has. I'll bet he adds a lot more to that tally in the 2nd half.
E.J. Tucker is up there with Markieff Morris. Then it's Alex Len. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Knight in the 2 spot. They're the group for Jeff Hornacek starting the 2nd half.
Eric Bledsoe is still on the come as a playmaker and shooter, but because of his great physical gifts, he is certainly a rising star in the NBA.
Morris kicks to Len. Banked in off the glass. Len's got 10 points.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers, and theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
How about that, breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yeah, you got that right.
now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, Gerald Green was the 18th pick back in 2005, but remember, he fell out of the league for a while, saying, quote, "I took things for granted. I didn't know how to be a pro, but I've learned from my mistakes. I understand now this is not a hobby, this is a job. Now I'm a better professional, a much better player, and I'm all about winning." Kevin?
Nice comeback story, Doris. Nice story. Thank you. None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that jam.
And I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with a bunch of steam and was ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on. You got to challenge him a little bit at least. That's been a great day for him, and if you remember, he gave them a huge performance their last time out as well.
Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Knight's got his third assist on the night.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
You know, you shoot the ball as poorly as they did that night, you're not going to win many games.
Well, Steve, it's not just difficult to win a game with low shooting percentages like theirs. It's nearly impossible.
Brandon Wright's checked in for Phoenix. Marcus Morris comes in for P.J. Tucker. And then for Miami, Anderson comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And it's Chalmers in for Dwayne Wade.
Well, if you remember early in Eric Spoelstra's head coaching career, when he was new and the big three were assembled, there were some people questioning Spoelstra's command, maybe even within the team. Those questions are long gone now. He has become an excellent head coach. They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done. That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively, limit his easy chances inside.
Chalmers with it, and it's Knight picking him up. And it's Dragic off the drive. Can't connect from 14 feet out. And Coach Spoelstra, known for his work ethic and attention to detail. He's a grinder.
No question about it, Kevin. Got to start as a video coordinator back when everything ran on VHS, so you know he had to do an awful lot of work. And he's worked his way up slowly but surely. He's grown as an assistant under some terrific mentors, and now he's really, I think, one of the best head coaches in the game without question.
He's visited college football training facilities, NFL camps. He really tries to broaden his perspective.
He sure does, and you can see evidence of that in how he handles himself.
Gerald Green, he's checked in for Phoenix. And then for Miami, Walker's checked in for Dan. And it's Napier in for Goran Dragic.
You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
I don't know. I mean, we've seen him hit those in the past, but like you said, the defender was on him like glue. It would have been quite a bucket.
Passes it to Napier. Shot from the wing.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage.
Knight passes to Wright. Stolen by Chalmers. Inside. And Walker throws it down hard. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
You know, the guys on the bench are going crazy right now at the sight of that jam.
In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Heat.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys. And all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Miami leading by 21. And here's Chalmers for three. And Haslam kicks to Napier. Outside, Walker. Fires for three. Good, nice play there from Napier. Napier's got 5 points in the quarter.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc. Shot clock is off. This should be the last possession of the quarter.
That's what they should have in mind here. Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Yeah, they've done a great job causing havoc and then taking advantage in transition offensively.
Knight for three. Can't get it to go. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Heat out front. Miami's gone 6 of 8 on 3-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. On the floor for Miami, starting the 4th. They've got Dragic. Beasley out there with Whiteside. Then it's Ennis. And it's Walker in the small forward position. Count the bucket.
Love the interior passing. He knew exactly where to go with that ball.
Here's Ennis. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Now, toughness, such a key part of playing in the NBA. And a lot of times people associate that word with physical toughness, but sometimes it's just mental toughness as well. You know, trying to play through injuries, just focusing through adversity, overcoming a shooting slump, being able to play under pressure. I mean, that's all part of being a tough player.
And he gets it to go.
Great assist there. Led him to the perfect spot. Frustration foul there. You've got to maintain your composure.
Yeah, he lost his cool there, Steve. I mean, you can understand it, but you can't excuse it.
Right side, this is to Walker. That's blocked. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. It gets rebounded by Ennis.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that's how.
Dragic kicks to Walker. Beasley inside. He's against Morris. Second shot opportunity. No good from Beasley. Here's Goodwin. And there's the rejection. Outside Dragic. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Here's Goodwin. Right wing. It's tipped. Beasley with the steal. And stolen by Thornton. Now, here is Morris. Defense is right there. And not going to let him get that easy dunk. Defense stopping the easy 2, but a foul called. And a trip to the free throw line instead. That free throw missing.
The Suns training staff renowned around the league for their ability to keep players healthy. They're at the forefront, biomechanics and all that new school stuff. The results have been terrific. It's called preventative maintenance.
And Phoenix making a change here. Bullock's checked in.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert it. He's got to take that every time.
Here's Ennis. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
That's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Luol Deng is checked in for Walker. And again, Miami running the court in transition. And Ennis slams it in.
Great job capitalizing on that steal and getting the easy points in transition.
Exactly how it should be done after a turnover.
And when you ask people in the Suns organization about the training staff, Steve, they say they really hold players accountable, and that's the key in many people's minds.
Well, I was there with them, Kevin, as general manager for several years, and that staff is as good as any, and there's no doubt. I mean, if there's no commitment from the players to their conditioning and their training, it doesn't matter how good the training staff is, it's not going to work.